Hey guys, Phil here at Woods Tree Farm. Thanks for tuning in today. If you're checking out this video because you're interested in Christmas tree farming, make sure you subscribe to our channel already. If you haven't, that's all we do. We are a brand new Christmas tree farm. I maybe need to quit saying that because we've had this property for a little over a year. We've done our first season of planting. We're about to do our second season of planting, but we're starting this Christmas tree farm from scratch. We are learning a lot as we go. We don't have any background or experience in farming at all, nevertheless Christmas tree farming, so everything that we do is really first time, especially right now for us. So we have some trees which are approaching 2 feet tall. Some of them are a little over 2 feet tall. These were 4-year-old transplants that we put in the ground last year, and some of them are looking a little discolored. So the general consensus is that these probably need a little bit of fertilizer. We know when we did a soil test last year that our soil was really deficient in pretty much everything. So before we planted last spring, we had a spreader truck come in and put like 1,200 pounds of fertilizer over this whole area that got planted last year. And over the course of the year, you could tell that particularly the grasses in the spring were going crazy. They grew a lot and really were a pain to keep up with, frankly. And then over the course of the season, the health of the grasses really deteriorated. And so I think everything that's growing out here has pretty much consumed a lot of that fertilizer that was initially put into the ground. When we planted in the fall, we used fertilizer tablets, and every tree that went in the ground in the fall had a fertilizer tablet in the hole with the seedling, and we're hoping that those slow release tablets really help those new seedlings grow. But these other established ones that we put in the ground last spring now probably have little or no fertilizer left in the ground for them. So we want to give them a little something. So I'm going off of pretty much the same ratios needed from when we did our last soil test. So I'm going to mix up in a bucket kind of a custom blend of fertilizer to match the same ratios from our soil test. So what I've got here is this is a 19-19-19 mix. And this will give us equal amounts of each of the 3 core nutrients that are in your standard fertilizers. Then I also have this triple superphosphate here. That's a 0-44-0, if you can see that on the bag. And what I'm going to end up doing is mixing up a ratio with about 1/4 of this and 3/4 of the 19-19-19. Okay, so this bucket that I'm using actually has little lines on it for the volume of measure. So what I'm going to do is plan on filling this up to about, what is that, in quarts? I'm going to plan on filling it up to about 8 quarts. So only 2 of that is going to be the triple superphosphate stuff. So that's only going to be up to there. And now I'm going to try to get this all mixed up. I'm going to need a bigger bucket. I can already tell. Be right back. Back with a bigger bucket. Try to put this in here. And all I'm trying to do is just blend up the 2 different fertilizers that I have here. And put all this into there. Okay. Stir this around a little bit. So all I'm going to use is just this little cup, which is actually just the top off of a big bottle. I've already measured out. I actually had some different fertilizer at home. I put on the scale, and what I want to do is get about 1.5 to 2 ounces around each tree, and it was this size cup that came out to that measurement. So all I'll be doing is just going around, scooping out like this, and then just pouring a ring around each tree. I want to get it all over the tree. Okay, so that's that. Now I just got a few hundred of these to do. Well, that wasn't too bad. I actually did not go through that whole bucket that I had mixed up. So I only fertilized the trees that we put in the ground last spring and the trees that were over about 18 inches tall. So if I had to quantify how many there were, it was probably about 500. And on some of the smaller ones, I actually used less than a full cup that I showed you. And that was only about 35 or 40 minutes worth of work. So not too bad. Hopefully that really helps these trees take off come springtime. So there'll be some more rains to come, maybe a snow or two to come. That fertilizer will have plenty of time to dissolve, get into the soil. And as soon as springtime is here, hopefully that fertilizer is in the soil and ready for these trees to start taking up so that they can shoot off their new growth in the spring. So that's what I'm hoping. That's my theory. Hopefully it works out. I'll keep you guys posted. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel so you can keep up with all the work that we're doing out here on our farm. And I'm going to sign off. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.